morning. Thank you so much. Thank you. It is truly an honor. A big thank you to Sarah Stern. I mean, what an advocate for the Jewish people and the nation of Israel. I want to share just a very few brief remarks, and anytime a member of Congress gets up and says that it will be brief, I know that that should deserve a round of applause in and of itself. But as we look at this, I want to encourage you. You know, it's real easy to get very discouraged with what we see going on the globe. It's real easy to look backwards and suggest that perhaps tomorrow will not be a beacon of hope. But I'm here tonight to encourage you, because as we look at rays of light in the darkness, I'm asking you to be that light. I'm asking you to shine the light on the path that perhaps is dark, but as Ronald Reagan used to say, if you can't make them see the light, they need to feel the heat. And it is time that we start making some of these folks feel the heat, don't you think? I think it's time, if the UN doesn't get their heart right, that we need to go after their pocketbooks instead of allowing them to do 356 resolutions against us. What do you think? I think it is time. I think it is also time that we need to understand that the eternal capital of Israel is indeed Jerusalem, and it is time to not deny that any longer. Now, I can tell you, when you speak the truth, sometimes it gets you in a little bit of trouble. Right, Mark? Yeah. You know, Mark Levin here, you talk about speaking the truth. I mean, doesn't he do it? But here's the other thing. Sometimes it is not convenient to speak the truth. Sometimes you're among your friends and all of a sudden you decide, well, perhaps I'll just stay quiet. And just like tonight, this particular podium would have been filled by somebody if I had not been here, or perhaps any of our other guests had been here. The podium and the microphone will be taken, and here's what I want to encourage you to do. Be ready to speak the truth and shine light at every single opportunity, even when it's not convenient. Now, I can tell you, as a member of the Republican Party, and I see Paul Teller here, so I guess he'll get to take the message back to the president. Didn't mean to call you out, Paul, but yes, I did. And so it means speaking the truth when H.R. McMaster's gets a brain fog on history and geography and doesn't understand exactly where the Western Wall is. It is time that we call him out as well. Now, I may have gone to meddling just a little bit, but here is what we must always understand, is when we stand up for truth, and when we stand up for the Jewish people and the nation of Israel, we will be blessed. You know, God said God will bless them who bless Israel and curse them who curse Israel, and I take that to heart. Now, I can tell you, I come from Western North Carolina, and some of you are trying to figure out who the heck this guy is that needs an interpreter. I get that. I'm the sorbet before the entree, just remember. Ambassador Dermer is coming shortly, and so you'll get to hear from him. I have only one synagogue in my entire congressional district. I can tell you, every Jewish person could vote against me. I would never know it. Hebrew is not our second language. In fact, I just doubled my Hebrew vocabulary tonight. Thank you, Cal. But I say that because I want to encourage you, because in what many would call an evangelical congressional district, I can get a standing applause when I tell them that I will unyielding and unflinching stand with the nation of Israel and the Jewish people. You need to know that. You need to know that. And that is what we will always do. My wife and I have a passion for Israel and the Jewish people. There is not a day that goes by that we don't ask, what can we do for Israel today? Now, when that takes on a personal tone, it also is one that must bring action to the table. Because effort is not good enough, it is really the results. I think it was Winston Churchill said that it's no matter how beautiful the strategy, you must occasionally look at the results. And it's all, and in Congress, we're all about results, aren't we? So I want to encourage you to not be afraid of trying to step out and make sure that we accomplish some results. Pass the baton. David Milstein's here tonight. He was an honoree last time. I tell you what, it gave me such great hope. My time remaining is a little bit more limited than yours, although we're not promised tomorrow, but to have someone young who is willing to speak out boldly, articulately, and compassionately on what you believe. We need to do that each and every day. And so if you, whether you're Jewish or Gentile, have not been to Israel, I would encourage you to go. Because once you're there, there is no denying what this is all about. When they talk about a two-state solution and they're talking about the fact that they're going to bring the line there, you realize that the middle of Israel would be about the size of the Dallas airport and it would be indefensible. It truly would. Sorry, Ambassador. But the other thing is when you start, for us from North Carolina, we hear about these settlements over there. Now, the image that we have of a settlement is this little teeny hut with, a little lean-to. They're not settlements, they're subdivisions. We need to make sure that we articulate that and understand what they are and what they are not. So I will close with this. Perhaps tonight you question whether you're a light. But just like David was a light to me last year, perhaps you can be a light to someone else to encourage them to stay involved and make sure that they make a difference. Debbie and I went to Budapest, and some of you have heard this story, and I apologize if you've heard it before, but it really defines who we are. We went to Budapest, and there, in every place we go, we always, whether we're in a country that is favorable to Israel or not, we make sure that the government knows that there is no question on where we stand. But we went along the Danube there in Budapest. And there's a memorial there that are the shoes. And if you've been there, you know about the bronze shoes. And all they are some bronze shoes along the side of the Danube. Now the story is during Nazi Germany and when the murders were going on, what they would do was they would actually tie 3 Jews together. And then they would shoot the 2 on the end so that they wouldn't waste a bullet on the one that it was in the middle. Now I share that because before they would shoot the 2 on the end and push them into the Danube to drown, they would take off their shoes because their shoes were seen to be of value. Debbie and I made a commitment right there on the edge of the Danube that as long as I am a member of Congress and have the ability to serve in this great nation, never again will the most valuable thing about a Jewish life be their shoes. It is time that we shine a light in the darkness. God bless you. Thank you so much.